Well, the Gatemen go home, but the Braves move on. Final score, Bourne 4, Wareham 0. And here to break it down, for the last time, at least for me, the Tomahawk Talk crew, Liam Sullivan, Kerry Crowley, Chris Jones, and I'm Troy Lynch. Keegan Aiken, Kyle Driscoll, and Austin Conway. Those are the three Braves pitchers tonight. Shutout.
It was unbelievable the way that they were able to put it together, especially since the Gatemen first 6 innings had runners on base. It seemed like runners were in scoring position the entire game for the Gatemen. And Keegan Aiken, first off, 4 2/3, a gutsy performance. Didn't get in line for the win, but it didn't matter. All he was trying to do is to pitch the Braves into the next round, and he did that. 4 2/3, was able to mix his breaking ball, his changeup, and his fastball. And then finally, Kyle Driscoll. I mean, what can you say about the Jersey boy tonight? Getting out of 2 bases-loaded jams, he faced Andrew Kalika in the key spot in the ballgame, a 12-pitch at-bat. Kalika was not going to go down easily, fouling pitches off, breaking balls, fastballs up in the zone, and then finally was able to get him out, to get out of that inning. And then since that point, 7th through the 9th inning, the Gatemen went 9 up, 9 down, and the Braves are moving on to play Hyannis.
So that was Braves on the defensive side, and Liam, we're going to talk about the offensive side first. But Kerry, I want to go to you. Moving on to the next round, they're going to play Hyannis in the Western Conference Finals. What does that mean for the Braves?
Well, I think it's very significant for Bourne. As a franchise, you're getting over the hump against Wareham. 2010, 2011, and 2012, the Braves were swept in the playoffs by the Gatemen. So it means a lot to the franchise, but to this team specifically, it showed they could overcome what they couldn't earlier on this season. Wareham was a team that Bourne really struggled with. They couldn't hit the pitching staff. They couldn't pitch against the Gatemen hitters, and then all of a sudden, mid-season, it clicked for Bourne, and it clicked in a big way. Last night, the Braves jumped all over starting pitcher Sean Anderson, and the Braves never slowed down. Tonight, C.J. Chatham delivers a big 3-run home run in the first inning, and I saw C.J. before the game. He shared a quick moment with Joe Lincoln, the hitting coach. C.J.'s a guy who can get a little tense at times, and I think Joe just calmed him down, talked to him about the game, about his approach to the game, and we've never seen such an inspired performance from a Braves player all season. Chatham delivered, the Braves delivered. So many different guys have contributed to this team, and they're on a roll heading into Hyannis on Thursday evening.
The Bourne Braves are on a 4-game win streak, and a big part of that is because of C.J. Chatham, and he did it again tonight.
Yeah, Troy, I mean, he hit that home run to start it out, give the Braves a 3-run cushion going into the bottom of the first. And then, you know what, he delivers an insurance run late. He singles up the middle, scores Brendan McKay, and, you know, he tries to stretch it to 2, gets thrown out. But you know what, you can live with that when he drives in all 4 runs. You know what, C.J. Chatham, definitely a performance to remember.
All right, performance to remember means an interview with CJ. Here it is. One of his goals was to make you guys a better baseball player from the start of the season to the finish. Do you think you're a better baseball player right now?
Oh, of course. I mean, I was in and out of early, and I overcame adversity. Once he had a talk with me, I think that's where it really, set me off and helped me stride, gain these strides here later in the year. He gave me a talk and told me just, how good I could be, and I think that really helped me.
The second round of the playoffs, how does that sound?
Amazing. We're really excited.
You thinking finals already?
Not yet. We'll see.
But it's a possibility, though.
Yeah, I mean, we're thinking it, but we're not supposed to, so.
Cool. C.J. Chatham, player of the game tonight, 4 RBIs, scored all of the Braves' runs. C.J., thank you for being my final interview of the season. It's been a pleasure, and we're going to send it back to Tomahawk Talk for the last time. Alrighty, guys. It's that time again. Kerry, you've been waiting for it all day.
All day.
Players of the game. Liam, go ahead.
It's Kyle Driscoll. Comes in, finishes off Keegan Aiken's performance. Bases loaded in the bottom of the 5th. Shuts the door. Obviously, we mentioned the at-bat with Kalika. Shuts the door. Shuts down the Gateman again. And then again, as the 1-2-3 inning to finish his night. Just absolutely monster performance from Driscoll out of the bullpen. Saves a lot of arms. Austin Conway, you have him fresh with an off day coming tomorrow. He'll be able to go against Hyannis. It's big to have the Braves closer.
I'm going to go Keegan Aiken tonight. I think that Aiken's performance was exactly what the Braves needed. He let the leadoff runner on base in 4 of the 5 innings in which he pitched in, and Aiken has struggled with runners in scoring position, especially runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Entering tonight, Teams were 8 for 18 against Aiken, a 444 average with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Tonight against Keegan Aiken, the Wareham Gatemen went 1 for 14 with runners on base. He was so good from the stretch in a performance the Braves really needed. If Bourne doesn't win Game 2 of this series, all of a sudden Wareham can bring back Blake Fox, Evan Hill, perhaps even Ian Hamilton on short rest in Game 3. Bourne didn't have that kind of depth for Game 3. Harvey Shapiro went for it all in Game 2, and you can thank Keegan Aiken for another strong performance, sitting 90-93 with sync. You just can't ask for much more out of your number 2.
2 pitchers have been chosen. You're gonna make it 3?
I'm gonna go with a split vote tonight.
Okay.
Austin Conway is obviously one of the guys that I'll select to be able to lock down the 9th inning, but we're looking for a championship here at Bourne. The Chatham Anglers are my player of the game. They're able to defeat Orleans, give the Braves a day off. Now, why do you say that's important? Bolt has been out. He's been battling injury. Humphreys has been out. With the Anglers winning tonight, there's a day off tomorrow. Bullpen can rest. Those guys can rest. That's huge for a championship run.
Love it.
All right, well, mine has to be CJ Chatham. I already interviewed him. You know his stats. He scored all of the Bourne Braves run tonight. That's 4. He's being aggressive on the base path, and at the end of the season, he just decided to turn it up. Normally at the end of the season, we start to see players they take a spill downhill. But CJ, he gets back up after a rough middle of the season. And what does he do? He's been the MVP for the past week for the Bourne Braves, and he's going to be hot. It's going to be interesting seeing them coming out of a rest day tomorrow.
Guys, we're talking players of the game. Let's talk players of the season. Troy Lynch, player of the season, final Tomahawk Talk. It has been a hell of a ride here this summer with you.
Thanks, Chris.
One of the most inspired performances we've seen this season tonight. CJ Chatham, Kyle Driscoll, the Braves, giving Troy everything he could have asked for in his final night here in Bourne. He changed the game for Tomahawk Talk. He's been able to sit at his computer for 2 hours after every night, making sure that this show is brought to you in timely fashion. Troy, we cannot thank you enough for your work. And Chris and I are passing the torch. For next season, Troy will be the play-by-play voice of the Bourne Braves, but the flame has been ignited all year because of your work.
Guys,
well done.
Man, I was not expecting that, I'll be honest. Thank you, handshakes all around. Just get that out of the way right now.
Hugs around?
Oh, yeah, that'll be after.
Tomahawk Talk will live on.
It will live on.
In the playoffs.
It'll be
but it
back.
won't be the same.
It won't be the same.
It'll be Troy Talk.
T-Talk.
T-Talk. 2 T's.
All right, well, that's the final score. 4-0 here at Spillane Field for the final time of the season. The next time the Braves will play will be in Hyannis on Thursday against the first place Harbor Hawks, but they're 5-1 on the season. Things are looking up for the Braves. We can smell the finals already. For the last time, at least for me, the Tomahawk Talk crew, and I'll see you next year.